40 Below Fruity. Sorry that I didn't do a video for you guys yesterday. I have been doing a challenge that's 30 videos in 30 days, but something important happened yesterday, and there were over 250 dolphins caught in the cove in Taiji, Japan by the dolphin killers. They were awaiting either slaughter or captivity, and it was just a really emotional day. I was not in a good headspace to be able to do a video, but it inspired me for my video today. Today's video is about Sea Shepherd Conservation Society and my volunteer work that I've done with them. I've done a lot of time in Taiji, Japan. I've been there 3 times with Sea Shepherd to protest and document the dolphin slaughter that happens there. But I've also been on the MV Bob Barker twice in Australia. So that's what I'm going to focus this video on today. I will talk about Taiji and the dolphin slaughter, but for now I'm going to talk about my work on the ship. So before I get down into the nitty-gritty of how it was to live on the Bob Barker ship and work on the Bob Barker ship, I'm going to show you guys a little compilation of my time on the ship. Back on those videos, I had the best time on the Bob Barker. Don't get me wrong, it was a shit ton of hard work, and I even had some difficulties with my body with eating raw, but it was an incredible time, surrounded by amazing activists and just such passionate crew to go down to Antarctica. Now, to answer your question, I did not go down to Antarctica, and it was because of my diet. I completely understand, and I'm actually glad that I didn't go now, because I really realized that to volunteer for the animals, to give my time to try to help the animals, I can't be sick. And if I'm sick, I'm no good to anybody. So work on the MV Bob Barker, it was about 10 hours to 12 hours of hard manual labor every day. I would have to maintain a caloric intake of about 5,000 calories a day if I were to try to maintain that. I couldn't get that many calories in. It was the first time they actually had anyone who was 100% raw on the ship and actually stuck to a raw diet. So I was kind of paving the way. I got really sick. It spurred me to go 40 days without a bowel movement. That's no lie. That's 100% truth. I was terribly, terribly sick. I was getting flu-like symptoms, and I had 5 months of trying to heal after that ordeal. Now, the reason that happened wasn't any fault of Sea Shepherd or being on the ship. It was my fault because I didn't come into it prepared enough to maintain my raw diet. I didn't really think enough about what it was going to take. So if you are thinking of going on the Sea Shepherd ship and eating raw, I don't suggest it. This whole idea is not about your diet. Volunteering for any conservation organization isn't about you, it's about helping the animals. So put your diet off to the side, eat regular vegan food, and you will thrive. Maybe not health-wise, but you will thrive in your activism on the ship. That's what I recommend. I really truly think that's the only way to do it. And it's likely the reason that I won't go back to volunteering on the ship, because I think my time and my resources can be better spent in Taiji, Japan. We were docked in Sydney, Australia when we first arrived on the ship. We took a passage down to Tasmania and we worked on the ship preparing it for the Antarctic campaign, and we loaded food in it. We did all the manual labor of repairing a ship because whew, it is a ton of work to get a ship ready to go down Antarctica, and then you have to do all those repairs again when it comes back from Antarctica, simply due to the really inhospitable climate down there. So yes, I did maintain my raw diet while I was on the ship. I didn't go out to sea for more than 5 days, but I was able to do a 5-day stretch, which I pat myself on the back for that because it was really hard. My general duties included grinding, usually rust or some sort of metal, painting, loading food in, helping out in the galley, just general labor, doing tours of the ship and giving people an idea of Sea Shepherd's history and what the organization was all about. And I know a few of you are going to be wondering how you can volunteer for Sea Shepherd, especially if you eat a raw diet. Number one, I do not recommend you go on the ship. It just isn't the right environment to focus solely on your health. That's not what it's for. I do recommend that you go to Taiji, Japan and join the Cove Guardians over there. That area of Japan is much more suited to a raw food diet. I am able to maintain 100% raw while I'm in Japan, and it's actually really easy. If you want to volunteer for Sea Shepherd, you don't always have to go to sea or go out on a campaign. You can always run a fundraising booth at an event, or create a fundraiser, create a silent auction, or you can even donate your money, because it really does help. It takes a ton of money to run an organization the size of Sea Shepherd and to maintain ships going down Antarctica. It is incredibly expensive. And then having to feed all of the crew as well. So if you guys have any more questions about my time with Sea Shepherd on the MV Bob Barker, post them in the comment section below. I can do another frequently asked question video about my work on the Bob Barker. Stay tuned for my video about Taiji, Japan. There's so much to tell you guys in regards to that, so it might even have to be over a couple of videos. But if you like this concept, press the like button down below and subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to check out Sea Shepherd at www.seashepherd.org, and I will see you guys tomorrow.